when you start a relationship, I think everybody wants it to work out the best way that it possibly can. And for some, that happens. For others, it won't. You'll meet people that are enmeshed with family members, and you'll be trying to have a relationship with one person, but it's going to need to work around several. So you'll just be a piece of the puzzle for that person. But not in a position where you can really build anything substantial. The relationship will run on sex or some other need that this person has that's being met. And they're not going to realize what's going on because nobody's probably told them before. You're trying to collaborate in a relationship with somebody who has not been checked. They've run wild. They're off the rational spectrum. They've gone off that into an irrational state. You'll find that a lot of these people rebel against their lifelong partners, and possibly for the right reasons. I mean, one's not just always a narcissist, both can become narcissists and go their separate ways and take their destruction to somebody else. I married a South African woman and her husband moved on, but that ended up in a failure. Hers ended up, she got told to leave. That's how bad it was. I've seen terrible, horrible behavior that is so hard to comprehend from adults that it's cringeworthy. It's absolutely cringeworthy. I've seen the accidents that they cause, the unresolved so thick that it's like a fog comes over your life. An unresolvable fog, a fog that just won't go away, and you're trying to pretend that it's not there. But it is there, and that can't be changed. And these people, they're trying to find something that they couldn't get when they walked away from their marriage or from a past relationship. And these people get used to using people, wearing them out, looking for supply, as I said, emotional or physical or financial, or some kind of lack that they have in their life, and they mirror themselves through you. Till you've run out of resources, mental, emotional, physical, financial, and they'll rob you and steal from you in every aspect and respect. Again, mental, emotional, financial, physical, and then return to their flock, to their family members. And what I mean by that is they've only come out so far as to, in the psychological, spiritual realm, to keep you interested enough to stay involved. Once the penny drops and you realize you're with a very dysfunctional and deliberately disorderly person, they like the way that they live, they like the consequences of the way they live, all the physical and mental and emotional harm. they don't seem to care about it once you realize who they are and what they're about. They'll play the game at first and come in as a very orderly and well-functioning person. A lot of these people are medicated. I know I keep saying this, but it's true, but not all. A lot are medicated and run on chemicals, nicotine, dope, other recreational drugs. They love reckless sex and dirty sex, which is what usually most of them are looking for. And this come to me yesterday. The big deceiver is the sex. But not all of them are good at it. I don't think I've met one yet that is good at it. They're usually lazy. They just know how to put on a show. And that's what a lot of it is. But it's a show that's good enough to keep you in, to keep you interested. My life's been one of sex from a very young age. So I, as an adult, became well aware when these people come along that this was what I was dealing with. You can see narcissism's rampant. Narcissism basically is a person who, be it, if you want to keep it on a, the psychological level, it's actually a person who's unaware of the destructiveness that they can cause by being led by the sinful nature inside them to do it. And the harder they try to do good, the worse they become. The more rules you put on them and the more things you demand of them, the worse they become. And the best thing for you to do is to realize that you're with a very unhealthy, selfish, self-unaware individual that's choosing you to satiate them where their family and enmeshed family members cannot. So while they're emotionally intact with their daily lives with the family members, they're using you usually to fill a lust, a sexual lust that they can't fulfill through their intimate, sexless, intimate relationships with their family members. Now, the enmeshment will always bring dysfunction to the intimate relationship they're trying to have with the outsider. And it's the dysfunction and the alarms and the things that you're not comfortable with in your relationship with these people that should awaken you to a point where you're willing and able to detach. Because you should attach according to the level of unresolved that this person is bringing to the relationship. That's what you attach according to. So as things aren't being fixed, that's a time for you to step back. Now, you might not want to make this aware to the person. You might want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But while you're doing that, you can still detach. You're still playing your part, you're still playing your role, but where they're failing, you're detaching. Until it gets to the point where you decide this person just is not going to function in a proper, sensible, rational, progressive way, healthy way. And so you dissolve the relationship, you go no contact, you protect yourself from the harm of that person forever. As a matter of fact, you remove yourself once and for all and never ever go back.